Hi guys, Distorted here. I've been using the Kibu Gear Ouka Japan limited edition glass mousepad for the past 2 weeks, and I wanted to drop a short review on my experience with the pad. I paid £95 all in, £29 of that were on shipping. Despite the shipping fee being almost half the price of the pad, I've not actually experienced buyer's remorse, as my overall experience on it has been great. The size of the pad then is 490 by 430 with a 3mm thickness. 2mm of that is the tempered glass on top, and 1mm is the silicone base. Now, what actually attracted me to the mousepad in the outset was the elaborate base that I saw on Twitter. I saw a post of the base and I thought, wow, that's it's pretty unique. It is a Kibu original. They did create the base, and it has this sort of rose petal design that spirals out towards the edges of the pad, which I think complements the design and anime-esque character on the front very well. Back on the front of the pad, there is the name of the artist in the corner, Hanasa Krin, and there is the number that you received. I received number 482, as there are 500 glass mousepads made. As mentioned, the illustrator behind the art is Hanasa Krin, who is a renowned Japanese artist. And although I think anime girl glass pads are hackneyed and I'm not the biggest fan of them, the artwork is definitely done to a high standard, with a vibrant colour palette to match. The soft pinks, the purples, the blues, they all complement the artwork really well in my opinion. Now, within the box then, the mousepad comes with a cool, simply assembled acrylic stand, as shown here. It comes with a microfiber cloth, which I can't actually find. I think I misplaced it. And also it comes with this little pamphlet, and inside of it there are 20 Silver Fox skates, and there is also a commemorative card as well. The reason I haven't opened it is because I've already tested Silver Foxes on the mousepad, and due to the 7-layer composite structure that Kibu uses, the pad boasts a beautifully crisp design with no colour bleeding in sight, and fingerprints are not visible on the pad. When I've been using it over the past 2 weeks, I haven't got any excessive fingerprints being spotted on the mousepad itself, which I think is a testament to the construction of the pad in itself. And Kibu lists that there are actually 7 layers, and they are as follows. It has an anti-fingerprint coating, a micro-etched texture, tempered reinforced glass, HD UV digital print, a silkscreen print layer, adhesive, and the anti-slip base that I just showed you. And for me, over the past 2 weeks that I've been using the pad, it's performed on every title I have used it with. I'll probably insert a clip or two here within the video.
Teleport's ready.
One enemy. One enemy.
Heaven. Ray.
That's 3.
Yep.
One enemy.
2 mid, 2 elbow.
Sorry.
1 more mid, 1 more elbow.
Last player standing. Back in a flash. One enemy remains.
But to me, the mousepad is definitely reminiscent of maybe the Infinity Mice's Wisteria that kind of went under the radar, and Warhack's SP005 that everyone seems to love. I feel like this mousepad differentiates itself slightly from the others in its surface, but my experience of the glass is fairly similar to these two anyway. The mousepad has relatively low dynamic friction while maintaining the ability to stop, which is especially apparent when using a more controlled skate like the Warhack UMHWPEs, currently what I have on my mouse. They are pretty worn down, but again, like when using the mousepad and kind of gliding, I feel more controlled when using it. As mentioned earlier, I also tested Silver Fox skates on this mouse. This is my main mouse. I currently use B6 Pro the most on this mousepad as well, and they also felt great. The Silver Foxes on this surface for track-heavy games, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Marvel Rivals. When I played, I performed great because the glide provided a lower perceivable friction to facilitate for more effortless tracking. And Both skates mentioned are usable across both, tag FPS and fast-paced track-heavy games, in my opinion. But as we are aware, skates tend to change the expression of a mouse pad. Nonetheless, my experience of the pad across all titles, as I mentioned before, Valorant, Battlefield, Marvel Rivals, it doesn't matter, it performs great. All in all, if you don't mind the large asking price for shipping, the pad is definitely worth picking up if you want to add a pop of colour to your desk, or you're like me, slightly addicted to peripherals and you want to try something new.